Yo, what's going on, guys? Hitbox Tyrant here again. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of tutorial action. We're going to go ahead and talk about Jax as a character, and my thoughts and opinions on matchups, and just honestly, we're going to go through the basics. Let's just go through the basics. I get a lot of requests for me to do this. Honestly, now that I have the time and resources to do so, I guess we can go ahead and do that. So let's see. Let's go ahead and talk about punishing and pressure. Punishing and pressure, those are the two key things that you need to be on point with as a Jax mainer, Jax player, Jax dream believer, you know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and picked Kung Lao to go ahead and try to replicate like a scenario. How do I do this? Let's go ahead and put him on reversal. Reversal, where's the spin? Where's the cyclone? There we go. Okay. So now, as a Jax player, it is your goal to push your opponent all the way to the corner, no matter, and by any means. What this means is stamina meter management to make sure that your combos will always end in the corner. If your combo is not ending in the corner, then your next read slash hit confirm better be pushing him all the way to the corner, because that's where Jax shines the most. Okay, like Jax is a lion, and you better, you know what I'm saying? He's an animal. You better put your prey all the way to the corner. Even if you get knocked down, you better wake up and run all the way to the corner. Okay, well now with that said, when you do get him to the corner, it's obviously very, very important to know his pressure strings. So let's go ahead and look through his buttons real quick. Stand 1 comes out at 6 frames, and I don't know if you guys are not familiar, it takes 1 frame for the opponent to let go of block and punish. Therefore, that 6 frame jab technically becomes 5 frames, which is really, really, really good. Probably like one of the fastest jabs in the game, and it has a lot of reach. It has a lot of reach. Look at that. I mean, like I could stand there and the spin won't even reach me. And then 1-2. Which you're going to be using a lot to on wake up to beat armor wake ups. The only thing you have to be careful of is if you do, like, it doesn't work on all wake up attacks, unfortunately. Like Lao's spin obviously is the fastest reversal, one of the fastest reversals in the game. Not going to beat it, but characters like Aaron Black, who I know I'm missing some characters, Sub-Zero, like a couple of his wake ups you can stuff as well. Those are just examples, but if you guys, I encourage you guys to hit the lab against that. Anyways, so stand 1 really, really good, but the money maker is this string right here, 1-1. 1-1 is +2 on block, +2 on block, and stand 1 comes out at 6 frames, right? That sounds stupid as hell. That is so broken, right? That's an infinite. How are you supposed to get out of it? Well, I'm about to tell you guys how to do that for all the non-Jax mainers out there, right? Stand 1-1. Yes, it is +2, but look at that. Look at that. You see those layers right there? That is a high. Our first one is a high, which means Mr. Lao player over here, Mr. Tempest outplaying Lao player over here. Put it on block. Oh, whiff city, whiff city, whiff city, whiff city, whiff city, whiff. That is not a block infinite. So, to all the guys who are having trouble playing against Jax, you better neutral duck and uppercut, down 1, all your low pokes. Use your low pokes to beat it. Right, so with that said, if you're not on point though, that second 1 is a mid. So it now becomes a mind game of whether your opponent is going to neutral duck and block, not block, but duck the high and punish you with either a down 1 or even a stand punish if you're really feeling yourself, or are you going to make me stop the pressure because I think that you're going to armor out? So it's going to look a little something like this. So let's see. We're going to put you back on block. Always. Alright, so check this out. Right. Now, in that situation, what happened there was he assumed that I was going to go for more 1-1 pressure. He had the bar of meter, let's say, and he armored. But then the read becomes, oh shit. You know, am I going to bait the armor? And it becomes an option select because 1-1 into rocket cancel is safe on block. Right? So that's all what it becomes. Now, let's see. I'm gonna try my best to replicate it. I'm a little out of it right now, but yes, you can down 1 jacks after the 1-1 pressure. Oops. Try it again. Anyways, so here's a better like replication. Anyway, all this to say, if I had another person, it'd be way easier. Anyway, but you can duck the first one and get out of the pressure for the jacks, non-jacks players. Now, before I go off into a tangent again, let's go ahead and continue his pressure options. 1-1 is really good. 1-1 into down 1 is a guaranteed down 1 on block, which means if your opponent has no meter, 1-1 into down 1 is pretty much like the ultimate check. But granted, it's not really too much damage, but you get the hit advantage, which leads into another 50-50. So it's going to look something like this. Let me go ahead and set this up. So we're going to have you not blocking. Let me see. Okay, you know what? I have an even better one. Let's put Lao on regular spin. Is it tornado? God, why did they change the name? Why can't they just call it spin? You know, like, no, I gotta give it cyclone, water spout. Like what? Okay. Reversal on. Yes, so it's gonna look something like this. Oh. Messing up. See, look, it'd be Lao's spin. I don't know how fast Lao's regular spin is, but it's pretty fast. If I'm not on point, you're gonna hit me out of it. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So that is a guaranteed down 1 if you know that for a fact they're gonna poke out, right? So, and that's pretty much the mind game. Duck the 1. Or try to guess that I'm gonna swing again and you know, keep them in check. You do not want to let your opponent. Don't ever let your opponent press buttons on you. As soon as you do that and let them disrespect you, you've already lost the game. Unfortunately, that's just how Jax is meant to be played. You're supposed to constantly keep the respect and keep the mind game going. Because as soon as you start respecting your opponent a little too much, that's how you beat Jax. That's how you beat Jax as a character. That's how you beat Jax players. You have to be ballsy. You have to. You have to. It's really, really scary when you think about it on paper. But guys, if you do not swing against Jax, it is an infinite. You have to swing. You have to. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. You know. All the way to the corner. You're gonna eat all of that. Now. I guess we can go into combos. Yeah, let's go ahead and go into combos. Jax unfortunately has I think he has probably top 5 like hardest BNBs in the game constantly to do. Now, a lot of people wonder why I always cancel, and in this variation it's not really based on the damage in my opinion, because if you want damage you could just pick pumped up Jax or wrestler Jax, and you know they're catching 50% 1 bar, whereas heavy weapons Jax is the meter building one. It's all about the meter building. Like, so if you guys notice, I always have at least one bar at the end of every round based off of my pressure and the combos that I do. Why? Because the rocket cancels fill up your bar on top of the block pressure. And heavy weapons, and wrestler and pumped up, you know, they get the hits and they trade the meter building for the actual damage, which isn't too bad in my opinion. But Jack still, he gets maybe about 3 or 4% less than the other variations. But I really love the corner carry, and the corner carry is just ridiculous. Oh. And then you're in the corner. That's 39%. And granted, I did like the really easy one. So for whiff punishing, in my opinion, I do think forward 3 is ridiculously good. But I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I do find myself committing a lot to forward 3 into rocket cancel, which is super negative, guys. Super negative. Anything into rocket cancel is really minus. So what you want to do is, I'm trying to get in the habit of doing forward 3 into dash punch. That is, it's like a tighter gap. So if your opponent does try to like press a button, the only thing they can do is armor out of that. Yeah, just be careful with that. But yeah, with punishing, definitely forward 3. Stand 1 honestly is really good too, because I mean, stand 1 literally hits their like arm. So whatever hitbox, like their standing hitbox looks like, that's what they're gonna touch. Like this stand 1. Look at that, that's ridiculous. Also, stand 2 is really good too. Stand 2-3 is a mid-low, really good for mixing them up. You know, just, you know, if you see your opponent stand blocking a lot, or like trying to watch out for the overhead dash punch in the middle of pressure, just throw this in there and it's like, whoa, random low, where'd that come from? So it's really good. Stand 2-3 rocket cancel is safe. You can't armor out of it. Just to show you guys, I always want to make sure that like I show you guys, that way you can, you know, rewatch the video and you know, just keep practicing, like, it's all about practice, honestly. So, oh, come on, Lau, you mashing out of block pressure? Oh, okay. Anyway, oh, I know what to do. Oops. Anyway, safe on block, and yeah, I just want to go ahead and show you guys. So yeah, 2-3 is really good. A lot of times I use back 1-2-1, which is really good for spacing. I'll show you guys that right now. Really good for spacing. I mean, look at that. Like the spin doesn't even touch me. Let me put them on EX spin just to show you guys. I mean, look at you have so much time to like option select, or like, you know, try to play footsies if you feel like they're gonna push something. Oh man, the loud stupid anyway. So really good spacing too. And it's +1 on block, true block strength. You don't need to cancel it anything, you just stop the block pressure and you can just react to whatever they do. So I can block back. That way it gives you a little more time to pay attention to your surroundings and, you know, get the full combo into the corner. But you gotta be careful though, because they can armor out of forward 3. So if you want to whiff punish, you better commit. You better believe in the dream. I think that's about it. You know, overhead, it's okay. Really good, you know, just throwing it in there. Like I said, if you want to condition your opponent to respect your options. Yeah, I know I said I was going to talk about combos and I just get carried away, but here we go. We're going to go ahead and go into some BNBs. Anyway, so what that was forward 3, run cancel. And to run cancel, you do down back 2, and you do forward, block, and then press block again. So you're double tapping block. I don't know if you guys can look at my buttons over here on the left. So But you know, obviously on hitbox it's a little more easier because it's a button. It's right here, and you know I can literally clink these two buttons. So it's really good. Really good. So you guys want to practice those and keep them as tight as possible, because the tighter you do it, the more safe and the more and the less room you have for your opponent to armor out and poke out of your rocket cancels combos. So this is the ultimate BNB. Do not drop these combos, because your combos are detrimental, and if you drop them, you waste not only, you know, like the corner damage and, you know, the corner potential, you're also wasting a bar of stamina and a bar of meter for like 30%. Honestly, that's not good enough. You got to get your 40% all the way to the corner. Otherwise, you're not going to waste resources in this game. So yeah, forward 2-1 is a really good combo starter, really good whiff punisher, really good on block. So it's like the ultimate way to get in, pretty much. But you got to be careful though, because if you don't space it correctly, your opponent can whiff punish you, and you know on whiff, it's pretty negative. I mean, yeah, like you always want to just be sure that you are spacing your moves correctly, all the way to the corner, and to keep the pressure on. Now with the rocket cancels, the rocket cancels, you build like the bar probably a little over like under a half. Anyway, so like by the time you get to the corner, you know, you build a little bit more meter and stuff. And in my opinion, I would trade meter for like 3 or 4% damage, in my opinion, just so that way you always have options. You always have options. But I think that's pretty much it. My next video, I'm gonna go into a little bit more into matchups and like a little bit more of his harder matchups as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will reply to you within like the same day of me posting or whatever. Or if you guys have me on Twitter, hit me up on hitbox_tyrant. And yeah, appreciate it guys. Yeah, my next video will be matchups for heavy weapons jacks.